Hello, how do you do? Greetings and salutations, greetings and salutations, greetings and salutations. Season 4, we're there. Ray, woy, lad. People, the episode name Season 4, we say. I honestly don't know how long the break was, but I took a break from Fabian Seh. There was a COVID break and then we never start back. But I'm here and I'm excited and I'm grateful. So I want to pause and give thanks. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Not so new year, but happy. February. It is February, which is Reggae Month being celebrated in Jamaica and Black History Month in the US and in Jamaica as well. And so it's a opportune time. I'm very, very grateful to be here. I'm very grateful to welcome back my co-conspirator and producer, Mr. Michael Sean Harris, who is in the background, producing and managing things. Happy to be here. We're there. So I did a quick scan. Like I said, I honestly don't know how long the break has been, but 31 episodes of Fabian Seh have been done. And those of you who have not watched it yet, yeah, go watch them. When you have time, go back and watch some of them. I did a scan. So I said, what were the most watched episodes? Which one had the most views? So at 104, there is a tie. So my 5 lessons from Bob Marley, which I reshared in promo for this new season, because it was Reggae Month, it was done then. So that had 104 views. And then people seem to like my family focused features for Fabian Seh. So the Aaaanndd Andrade family, that also had 104 views. Next in line was the episode called My Daddy Died, which was when my dad died. We lost my dad to COVID, and that got 120 views. So I did an introductory thing saying, my dad died. I'm going to do a longer unpacking of that experience. And so that had 120 views. The lady, actress, fabulous woman, Karen Robinson, Jamaican woman whom we love, her episode has had 122 views. I did an episode called New Year Pre-Ments, so that looked at goal setting and resolutions and vision boarding. That got 125 views. Kurt Wright and Noel Keir, they were not married at the time. They are married now. So they are Mr. and Mrs. Wright. Producers, filmmakers, extraordinary, people who I love and admire. Their episode had 135 views. Shelley Maxwell, choreographer, intimacy coordinator, extraordinaire, who is the go-to girl into England. Her episode got 161 views. Oh, I skipped another family episode, the Robinsons. So Denise Francis Robinson and her children, Kit and Atira, that episode, 141 views. And then Shelley Maxwell's episode was 161 views. And the one with the tappest, mostest views and a big leap was called Me and My Cousin Delia Harris. So Delia Harris is my cousin on my mother's side. And that episode has to this point had 1,700 views. Look here. So I don't know, I need to bring Delia back in season 4 to celebrate, and so we can go on for that. But I'm grateful. And those of you who have not watched or are just being introduced to Fabian Seh for the first time, go watch. And it's things, comments, ideas, some fun from my head and my mouth. May I say some things. And another family one that got a big viewing didn't reach the hundreds, but 95 views. And Randy and Davian McLaren, and they're the brothers who run and operate Brescia, the bag company. Love them, proud of them. And Randy is now married to his girlfriend, who is also now managing the business with him, Veronique. So she's now Mrs. Veronique McLaren, and they have a child, and so big up. Things have happened in the Fabian Seh space. Grateful, so gratitude. What am I preen for season 4? Somebody decided to make a ramp up the thing on the chest eye. So I'm putting it out there. So I guess Toes already said yes. So that will be episode 2 is Marcus James. Marcus, who I've known from, he was a picnic in Jamaica, in Ashe. And so we're looking, and before that, Little People, Kathy Levy, the Little People players. Marcus is my first guest, so me ask him and him say yes. Who are some of the other else people I want on air? Me chest I am. If you're listening and watching and you know these people and can link me with them, do so. I'm gonna run through a quick list. Remember, so me chest I because me deserve nice things, and so do you. Viola Davis. Yes, I want Viola up in Lady Viola, Goddess Viola up in here. Coffee. If we love coffee one more time. Tanya Stevens, my sister in Tanya. Amy Lamine. Yes, I need him here. Shruti Gatwa. DeAndre and Quincy Gosfield Lanier. Yes, I want them on the show. Tabitha Brown. Tab and Donna are here. And her husband Chance. As they want to bring their children, Choice and Quest, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say no. I need Sterling K. Brown and his wife, Ryan Michelle. They're one of my couple crushes. Yes, I need them on the show. Susan Kelechi Watson. Susan Kelechi Watson, if we love her. She was Beth in This Is Us. Jamaican roots. I need her on the show. Roland Watson Grant, Jamaican writer extraordinaire, who had his book, Sketcher, in my co-facilitator duties on Rockers Book Club. Yep. Tammy and Wayne. Tammy Chin Marshall and Wayne Marshall. Need them on the show. Chantal Jackson, actress, who's on Death in Paradise, whom we know from, she also, little young in a theater. Erica Alexander, who I worked with way back in the day when I was in New York. Lashana Lynch, my Lashana Lynch. Yeah, she's my Lashana. But I also want her to bring her husband, Jacob Momo. I want him on the show as well. Romaine Virgo. I need Romaine Virgo in the space. Shirley Ralph, who I know her, met her. I need to reach out to her. I want her. And Rasan Patterson is one of my favorite singers. So that is just a taste of the ambitiousness I'm preying for this season 4 of Fabian Seh. It is so and so it is. Yes, I affirm it and claim it. Pre-mens. What am I doing in my life? So I'm currently in the UK. I'm in the UK, leaning into my British citizenship, doing a bi-coastal thing between here and Jamaica. So that I go on, what I go on. So it cold right just now. It cold. But major coldness is going on in Jamaica too. The shifts and the weather and all these things, but it's cold into the UK and it get dark early. So I've adjusted to that. So here's the thing that I'm experiencing in the UK. People in the UK do not keep in touch as much. They're not about that staying in touch life. I've been experiencing that and I've been adjusting to that. Yeah, people don't stay in touch as much. So you link up every now and then and hang out. But yeah, the kind of staying in touch thing that I'm kind of used to in my Jamaican landscape is not a thing in the UK. I haven't been experiencing that at all. But you shift and adjust and you move on. So I'm affirming good things and I'm excited. Use up my British citizenship. So I'm there into the place. What else is in the landscape? So yes, Saints, AI. Can we talk about AI for a minute? AI makes me very nervous. It does. It makes me very nervous. On the one hand, and also as a lecturer, as a teacher, so it's something that's been in this space for a while, and I've been navigating and continue to navigate because some students not using their brain. Them just putting things into chat GPT or whatever, and of course, they're all churning out the same essay. So you're marking them kind of going, but don't I mark this already? Don't I see this already? So since the gate fly, it's here. So when I tell my students for the course I teach, it's an online course that I've been teaching for 3 or 4 years. I say, look, I just decided on a median grade, and everybody who just give me back what AI spit out and give you, everybody get the same grade. So I said, you have to personalize it. Add your brain, add your imagination, add your creativity. If you all put the same prompts into the machine, it is going to give you the same thing, which includes also terms and things that you don't use. As an artist and creative, I'm also supremely concerned. Like, for instance, AI-generated music is out of control. They have YouTube channels, and some of this stuff nice. One artist, fully, I jumped in, went on the YouTube channel, listened to the whole album. I'm like, this is amazing. And then what gave me pause was the image they were using. I said, but this looks like a young Roberta Flack. I'm looking at like a young Roberta Flack, and so said, so done. They apparently took a Roberta Flack picture and I guess AI'd it. AI generated. There's what is it? That pop up AI. It's crazy and disturbing and distressing, but it's here. So as artists, creatives, you have to navigate. I know as a writer, I've been in workshops and conversations around human writers' rights in terms of AI. There was a company apparently wanted to say that if they sample or take your things offline, them have copyright claim to it. What a piece of outer order this. I think a lawsuit was brought in the States that was won. Yeah, they were now trying to say that if me write the poem or me write the essay and AI jump and borrow it, me have to get permission. We're like, no, thank you, can sing so. And then I also struck by how many creators, like dancers in particular, are using AI generated music. I like the music nice, and in the thong song thing, that AI. So it's interesting, and maybe I'll do a show on that and get some other people and some experts just to navigate that, because I also see people creating AI generated dances, like dancers, and they're showing you online how you can, I can record something and then get an AI image to replace me. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. I think for me, it's a bit of a slippery slope. I'm concerned, especially as a creative, but also as an educator, because I think a lot of students are just not thinking. They're just putting things in Chat GPT. So for me, one of the solutions is going to be more in-person or live assessment, conversations, and not necessarily another exam. But yeah, I go on. AI is in the place and in the space. And it definitely has its benefits, so some things, to pull together a proposal, to those kind of things, I think it's very helpful. But I think there's a lot of leaning into it really heavily. I think there's a lot of cheating happening with some people, and some people trying to pass off AI generated work as their real work, including some of my students. Them, look here, my students on the tappy, because I pay attention and realize that no. So yeah, interesting where we're living. And like I said, I might do a show on it, looking at the whole onset and onslaught of AI. I remember a while back I watched an interview with a gentleman who was in that, sciencey computer tech space. And he said, we may not live to see it, but he was pretty confident that he thought that AI will become self-aware. When it amasses all this information on us, he said, none of us may live to see that. But he said that's what it was set up for, and that seems to be where it's going to go to. I'm like, So some of those movies were, not just imagination. So we'll see. These are some serious times, as the song say and the singers say. One of the things that I believe is that with all the stuff going on in the world, the wars and the dishonesty and the racism and the misogyny and the homophobia and the transphobia and the political craziness in the landscape, I am committed to seeking out intentional joy in trying to focus on things, especially on social media, that weigh into love and joy and peace and kindness and respect. And so I'm grateful for some of the things that have been there. So one of the things, the walk for peace by these monks, people, what a beautiful something, what a wonderful, heartwarming thing. And some of them were barefoot, and them have all these little sandals, and then one of them, he got hit by the car, his leg got amputated. The dog, one of them, Aloka, who also had a leg thing and then rejoined them. But just what was really, really wonderful to see is the way some people went out, just to see them out of curiosity and thing. And some of them admitted that knowledge that they did not expect to be as overwhelmed as they were. Just being the presence and just their how gentle they were. And so they stopped to talk to some people. There's a lovely thing on Instagram where a lady who had a son who's autistic, and he was in the little pram thing, and one of the monks came over to him and blessed him and touched him. And it was just so nice to see that kind of grace and love and light in the world, which we need. And it's so important. I was present to that. It was moving, and I blessed them. Bless them, bless them, bless them. And then there were the guys who were walking for Sudan, Gael and John, and they're trying to raise funds for opening a school to children who have been dislocated or had their family killed in Sudan. And they gave these wonderful updates. Their goal was to raise I think £100,000, and I think they've exceeded that, or they, whatever their first limit was, they exceeded that. It was they completed a 33-day walk. For this cause, they want to build a school. Beautiful. And so I think so far they've raised £112,000, and they're aiming for £120,000. Nice. And also present to and celebrating, like in the social media spaces, like I said, fun and joy. So there's some people, Sheba dads. There's Sheba dads and Koji dads. They're two men, a same-sex couple, and their son, and just the most beautiful, joy-filled sharing of basic things from their life. There's a guy called Savant the Prodigy who I follow, who shares about his neurodivergence. There's a guy called Damon Treat Music. He's a hoot and a holler, but such a wise, gentle, and gracious soul, and funny. A poet. I believe he's Irish. Samuel Hurley. Oh, look, follow him. Thank me later. In Jamaican space, Miss Pearly grandson. He's a delight. Also quite Perry, makes me laugh and smile. And it's just so nice to have these things. In terms of physicality, there's a gymnast guy. His name is Desco_Amat. Look here, Saints, let me tell you something. Madness. His physicality, he does these handstands. It's crazy. It's crazy. The last thing I want to say is, we have to celebrate those things. That I'm grateful to be living this time to see what recently happened with the Grammys. So for me, these Grammy wins, the reactions of the winners and their speeches have made my year. Bad Bunny. Now, it was interesting. When Bad Bunny was selected for the NFL halftime show, I was surprised at how many people didn't know him, but then I pulled back and said, there's a lot of popular artists and things who I don't know either. But I kept saying to people, if you don't know who Bad Bunny is, find out, because I think he is phenomenal. And I may actually do a show on him, and it would be great if I could get him on the show and I get a translator, because I love the fact that he talk up in Spanish, and if you don't understand it by your own, he has changed the game. He's singing to and for his people. He had that series of concerts at his house that was sold out. Brilliant. And he won for Album of the Year. And his speech, yes. But the ultimate joy giver and piece of sweetness and delight was Durand Bernard. And yes, I'm not a wagonist. I've loved them, been following me for a long time. Durand Bernard's run down the aisle, up on the stage, hooting and hollering in that fabulous outfit with his parents on stage, and then the icing on the cake, him laying on his back with his feet in the air, kicking. Love him. And for me, these things are just beautiful to witness and behold in the space and the landscape. And so those of you that Durand, do you know the Muffin Man? He's and himself, authentically himself. And so for me, I'm leaning into that. Just those things that feed my soul, my spirit, lift me up, because there's enough of the other things in the landscape, in the space, and in the world. And I'm hoping humbly that Fabian Seh will add to some of the niceness and joy and learning and levity in the space. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I really, really am excited about this journey. And I'm excited about, I mentioned Michael Sean Harris earlier, and I've known Michael for a long time. Michael was a little youth in Ashe who I remember sitting in the office with me and playing his music. And I said, you wrote at what? And he was recording stuff. And Michael is now, I consider Michael a colleague and an ally. And Michael has created a wonderful online thing called Reggae Online, which I am a part of. I have some courses on there. So there's some self-directed and guiding courses you can do. And see there, that is the logo. We're going to share a little, and it's called Reggae Online. And there's self-guided courses that you can pay for and do at your own pace. And here are some of the courses. So there's Reggae Rudiments. I do the Talking Bob course and Jamaican Music, I Lick a Look. And you can see there's a rhythm build, a Kumina drum, and the Kumina one. I've done that. It's really, really nice. So these are some, and then we have a Christian New Thought course. So self-guided, you pay your money and you go through. And then there are interview things, as you can see. Yep. There's a coaching thing where you get direct coaching with Michael. There's the Lounge Line and a new episode of that are up and running. Cultural Space, Rockers Book Club, which I co-facilitate with Shauna K. Burns and Antonia Lyons. And in March, we're starting back and we're doing Nala Hopkinson's Brown Girl in the Ring. That's the book. Log on to the space and check it out. A new thing that's been added is a Vocal Salon is a new piece of the pie that's been added. So it's Reggae Month, Reggae Online. You can type it in. Go around, take a look. There's a vocal performance masterclass. So you can scan that QR code, follow us online, and then go on the site and browse and see what's there for you. So it's Reggae Month, and we're encouraging you to come take a look at Reggae Online journey with us. Yeah, man, niceness. And as you can see, a lot of options and things to choose from. So yes, I'm saluting him again. This is Michael Sean Harris's brainchild, and the amount of work and labor and effort Michael has put in, and the content on there is lovely. So yeah, run in like you're running for season 4. Fabian Seh, run in for Reggae Online. My people. I'm excited. I am so excited and grateful, and I'm affirming big, bold, audacious, and wonderful things for season 4 of Fabian Seh. This has been episode 1, and it named season 4 with big up on yourself, enough love and respect. Peace out.